Merry Christmas to everyone on here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know this time of year, it's crazy busy. Everyone's got a lot of family stuff going on. If you're like us, the kids are on Christmas break now, which means they're all around. They're everywhere. And there's shopping to be done, so many things. So the fact that you're even on the Zoom, it says so much, guys. I know this can be just a crazy time, but we're invested in this thing that we've decided to do with health coaching and offering hope to so many people. And the fact that you showed up really speaks that you're invested in this. And so we just want to encourage you guys on this Zoom tonight. We are going to keep it at 30 minutes and give you guys some action steps. So we're going to jump right in. And I wanted to hand this over to Marcus. He had some really good words that he shared with us today. I said, Marcus, would you share that with the group tonight? So I'm going to hand it over to you, Marcus.
Yeah, hey everyone. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice hot beverage. And Merry Christmas to everybody. It's hard to believe that this is the week of Christmas. We're like 5 days out now. And if you're in Houston like we are, in South Texas like David and Grace, it can be a little bit of a hot Christmas, but I got my Christmas sweater on tonight. I see Heather's got hers on tonight. And like Glory said, man, it's been really busy over here at the Ratcliffe home. I don't know about you guys, but we had kids having finals last week and trying to cram for finals. And then all of a sudden, half day on Friday. And when you office from home, all of a sudden you got kids and their friends up in your office and flowing through. And we love our family. We love our kids. We love that they like to have their friends over. And then, this is a week of Christmas. We're hosting family. A lot of you're either probably hosting family or maybe you're traveling to family. You're trying to get gifts and all that. What's my point? My point is this is a really busy season. And when the leadership here on this team decided to launch this in December, we knew that this would be a really busy time in December. And hopefully we said, and if we didn't, we want to say it. If we didn't, want to say it again. Have a lot of grace for yourself in the next, week for sure. This is an unusually busy season, and we're just kind of priming the pump. So thank you to everyone who have posted your activity trackers and all the action steps. I love going through our next level Zoom and hearing your feedback and hearing your insights and hearing your aha moments and going, okay, I know where I need to grow. If you haven't posted it, can I just encourage you? Today's Monday. They're due like on Sunday or Monday. After this, just take your activity tracker out and go back and look through your social media and go back and look through perhaps your health assessments and perhaps you set up new clients and just populate that thing and then take a photo on your phone and just post it in here. All right. So it's not about perfection. It's about progress. And we're just kind of laying the groundwork here in December and priming that pump so that after Christmas, the first year I was coaching, people said, I'm not kidding you. December the 26th, people are going to be calling. I thought, you're crazy. December 26th, people are like still in Christmas mode. They weren't kidding. People were calling December 26th saying, hey, can I start like tomorrow? I was like, wow, they weren't kidding. We were visiting my parents in Nashville and they didn't get good cell coverage. I'm out on the front porch up on the second floor, hanging out which window gets the best cell coverage and glad about it, So I promise you, a lot of you are in action and you're doing work. Be encouraged because people are watching. There's a guy I've signed up. Thank you, Jesus. I signed up 3 clients already this month. One of them has never, ever commented on any post. I forgot I was even Facebook friends with this gentleman. And so I promise you, people are watching. And I hear that more and more and more. Even Heather, I forget her last name, in the video that's been posted on Team Trosper. If you haven't watched that, my goodness, do yourself a favor and watch it before you go to bed tonight, because it will light you on fire in a good way. But she said that she had never commented on her coaches, on her mentorship, on any of their posts. And so I promise you, people are in need. In the US, 42% of people are obese. That's 30 pounds or more of a weight. That's about 138 million people. as a company, we've helped about 2 million. So we got about 136 million that still need help. And that's obese. There's a lot more than that overweight. So I promise you, people want health. They're trying to get through this week and trying to find some peace. And so just realize, I think my point here is, don't beat yourself up if you're crazy busy and you haven't done your activity tracker yet, or you haven't been in action like you want to. Okay. Lots and lots of grace. And we're just priming the pump and laying that groundwork. Enjoy this week, enjoy the week with your family. And then Gloria's got some awesome tips to share with you, kind of 3 phases between now and January 1. So just have a lot of grace for yourself. And, if you haven't posted your action tracker yet, get in there and do that when you can. And then let's kind of tighten it up a little bit when January comes rolling around. So we're on our A game and really serving people well through the first quarter of the year. Also, as a wrap up, if you haven't set your goals for March 31st, between Christmas and New Year's, as a family, we kind of like to do that. Take a minute and just kind of turn TV off, turn the phone off, and go, what are we doing in the year 2022? Number one, what did we do in 2021? What did we do well? What worked? What didn't work? And then what are we going to do in the year 2022? If you don't take time to set some goals, you're kind of like a ship without a rudder. You're going to go wherever the wind's going to blow you. Life's too short to do that. So as you're setting goals for your family and your marriage and your life, and helping your kids set goals, set your business goals for the first quarter of March 31st. And then I'm a huge fan of setting SMART goals. Most of you are familiar with that. SMART is just an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Because if they're not a SMART goal, there's really no structure. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. And if I went too fast through SMART goals, just Google it. It's very common. But get with your business mentor and your March 31 goal. Don't just grab it out of thin air. If you're just a brand new coach or a manager and you want to go fully integrated presidential by March 31st, that's not doable. I mean, it might be, but it would take a miracle. I don't know that anybody's ever done that in the history of the company. So make sure they're relevant and they're attainable, and because we really want you to hit them. The growth groups like this that have been done in the past, over 70% of the people participating hit their goal. We expect this group to be that or higher come March 31st. So listen, I hope that helps. And Gloria, I'm going to toss it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Marcus. Can you guys see me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to go over a few action steps that, what is her name? Heather Wallace, correct? That Heather Wallace shared. Again, like Marcus said, if you have not watched that, I encourage you to watch it. I encourage you to watch it 2 or 3 times. Every time I watch it, I pick up something different, just a heartbeat, something that just really grabs me. And so these action steps are really taken from her. I wholeheartedly agree with her in these from now until January. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let's see. Thank you. I'm going to go to, let's see, play from. Okay, here we go. The action steps now through January 1st. And I want to go through these quickly because I want to open it up for our Q&A in just a minute. But now through December 22nd, so we only have 2 days for this part of the action steps, guys. Show up every day in posts and stories. And now is not the time to say, I'm done through the end of the year. Guys, do not do that right now, okay? I'm not asking you to take your attention away from your family, but I am saying if we can do just a couple of key action steps, it will really benefit our business. Go live, get your face and your voice on your social media. I would suggest between now and December 22nd, going live at least once. Stacey Barrett did an amazing live video. I will see if I can get that. But if not, just go to her page and look at it. But where she's literally just sitting there in a chair, and she's telling people some wins that her clients have had, getting specific, talking about what she's hoping to, or what she wants to accomplish with her clients, what she will be accomplishing with them in the new year, how she's excited about it. She's just sharing her heart about what she does as a health coach and some specific stories. So do that one time. I challenge you guys to go live between now and the December 22nd. and get kind of, share your story, share who you were, where you're going, but get your face on social media. Right now, you are buying the right to be bold later. So we're building up some currency right now so that when January 1st comes, we can be bold and we can ask, okay? Reach out and start new conversations. Let people know that you care. So one of the things right now, not everyone is having the most Merry Christmas right now. For some people, the holidays bring up, some emotions and some pain. It can be trying. So just as those people are on your heart, reach out to them, just see how they're doing. It doesn't have to always be about you ready to get healthy, you ready to be a health coach. Sometimes it's just, hey, how you doing? You're on my heart. Show people that you care, show people that you are a person of value and you're a person that is showing up for your community. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the next slide. How do I go to the next slide, Dallas? Let's see. There you go. From December 23rd through the 25th. This is when people are at home with their family. This is not the time to be promoting your business. This is the time to be with family, but let people into your life. I love the way Heather spoke about that. Show pictures of your kids. What traditions do you and your family hold? Let people in, let them see into your family. Show pictures of your family, your traditions, comment on others showing their families. So, that's a place where you can go start conversations that doesn't have to be about health, but just, hey, I see you. I love what you're doing there with your family. That looks so nice. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Don't go absent on social media though. Do not just say, I'm done with social media for these 3 days, or these, I guess 23rd, 3 days. There's going to be so many people scrolling between now and the 25th. So you don't have to make it icky where you're promoting your business, but do have a little touch in there, here and there, just to be present. All right, and then come the day after Christmas through January 1st, that is when we are going to show up and be bold. Follow up, follow up, follow up, guys. Follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. Get out your old health assessments, all of the not yets. Go through there. I suggest doing something a little different than you would maybe normally do. And so that could be a voice message or even a video message right there within the text message, asking them if they're ready to take their health to the next level in 2022. Make it personal. If you had a conversation with this person earlier in the year, you might say, hey, Cheryl, I know that you and I talked about it earlier in the year. The time wasn't right then. Just wondering, is the time right now? Are you considering some ways to get healthy in 2022? I would love to assist you and partner with you and help you make those health goals come true in 2022. Offer a scholarship if this makes sense. Guys, this is the time to be offering a scholarship, is right now, especially with the Dash that's coming up. We have, I think through, just January 9th, that we have to make this happen and really multiply our money exponentially that we're going to be making. So now's the time to make a scholarship. And I saw something in Team Rena that I thought was so smart. Ladies not offering just one $25 scholarship. She's actually offering $125 the first month and $125 if they do a second month with her, which I thought was so smart. Instead of doing $50 the first month, split it between the first month and the second month they're on program. And I thought that was really smart. So consider that. Talk with your mentorship team to see if that's something that makes sense for your business. Reach out to past clients and invite them back. Really quickly regarding the Dash, one of the things that's different this year is they don't have to be a year-old client. It can be as early as September of this year. If they were a client, it will count towards the Dash. So some people are going to hit that ultimate goal with past clients. Some of us that have been doing this for 4 years, we've got pages and pages and pages of past clients that sometimes those make the best comeback clients. Let current clients know that you pay for referrals. Ask them for referrals. Go in for the ask, guys. Don't be ashamed to tell them, did you know I pay for referrals? I would love for you to send me some referrals of your clients, your family and friends that have talked about getting healthy, maybe over Thanksgiving, or you've been around them, and let them know that you're there to help and assist those people that are in their life. So, oops, that was from our last one. How do I get out of there? All right, stop sharing. Thank you, baby. He's my technical support. So those are the action steps. I'm going to post those in our next level group, guys. So you don't have to feel like you had to, memorize all of those. Those are some examples. And I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys are way better at this than even I am. And so I thought we would open it up for a Q&A of best practices for right now, some advice, some encouragement, some things that are working for you guys, or maybe a question that you have. What I'd like for you to do so that this doesn't get, we only have 20 people on here. I think we could probably just open mic, because we don't have the amount of people that we had. So let's do that. Just unmute yourself. If you have a question, just hop in and ask a question. And then Marcus, David and Grace, and Heather and myself, and if Angela's on, I don't think she's on tonight, but we'll, if you feel like you have the answer for that, just go ahead and I'm going to let you, let's just see if this works this way to do it. So does anyone have a question as far as building your business or maintaining your business right now through January 1st? And maybe you just need some advice on how to maneuver through that. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I really struggle with just posting on Facebook, social media, just kind of, and also just bringing up conversations with people when they like my posts. I do have some that I can copy and paste that I got from Angela, but I still feel weird doing that. So I need to get past the whole social media and not being afraid to actually reach out to people. So any advice on how to really do that would be helpful.
Heather, can you speak to that one?
I would love to. The more you can just treat it like, and I know it's hard because it is different. And sometimes it does depend on the relationship you have with that person.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's not even somebody you know well. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, how do I, we take the Starbucks analogy a lot of the times that you're standing in line in Starbucks. Sometimes you strike up a conversation just because you have something in common with somebody in the line with you. Maybe you know the person, maybe you don't. But each situation is kind of different, but we always talk about just don't make it weird. If anything, respond in as natural of a way as you can.
Okay.
The biggest goal we really want when it comes to like the health conversations, especially if they're showing interest, by them even liking it at all, you can always just send them a private message just to thank them for, hey, I just appreciate your support. You don't have to even go much further than that. And a lot of times I turn it around, not even like if they don't ask me a question, but I'll say, if you know of anyone that's just trying to get healthy, I so appreciate any sort of referrals, that sort of thing. Thank you for your support. Honestly, just keeping it very simple, quick kind of responses, and just continuing just to have just as natural of conversations as you can in general. A lot of times, like I like to, today I posted a poll, like what does everyone do? Just because I saw somebody else do that, and it was easy to start seeing all these people respond because I noticed I hadn't gotten much response in the last few days. And all of a sudden I had like 70 responses of people I don't really even know about what they do. But that now it changes up that whole Facebook algorithm and it becomes more and more natural. And I respond to every single one of them, even if it's a quick, hey, that's awesome. Or wow, what an interesting job, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But just don't think too much about it. Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest things a lot of us do is we're so worried about like, how do I respond? And we overthink it.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you just don't respond at all. It's better just to even have a friendly response, keep it simple. It doesn't need to be a paragraph, but I think it will make it more natural for the future. You're just kind of opening the door sometimes just for the future conversations, even if it's not right then and there, but don't overthink it. Honestly, I would say like, sometimes it's good to like set a timer on your phone and say, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to respond to as many people as I can and be done, for the day or whatever, because it really takes that pressure off, I think, in a lot of ways. And I can tell just by talking to you right now, you're a very natural person, but we want to be authentic. I get it.
Yes.
Don't overthink it though either, because overthinking it also, we become weird by overthinking it more than anything.
Yes, that's me, totally. Okay, thank you.
And Tony, that you can share any of our before and afters. I just want you
Yes.
to know that. Okay. So
Yeah, I just figured that out because I felt like I felt kind of weird, like, okay, taking theirs and sharing, then I see a lot of other coaches doing it. So
you
I've
are
been
welcome.
doing that more and more. So yeah, definitely getting that out there.
Okay, good.
I'm
Awesome.
good at
I
that.
wanted to ask a question. Who all here, just by show of hands, is a member of Transformational Stories to Share?
On Facebook, it's a group.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Big majority.
If
So,
you're not, ask your mentor coach about that. We'll invite you to that because they've given permission for those stories to be shown and shared. And there's some fantastic ones on there.
Hey, Gloria, I wanted to ask Tony a quick question. Tony, of all the faces, as I'm looking at my screen here, I love to have it on gallery view so I can see all of you. I'm looking at the people on the screen and they have amazing Facebook posts. So not just transformation posts, inspirational posts, recipe ideas, tips, all that. You're welcome to grab them and share them. And so
Okay.
Heather and I were just talking to Kirk the other day, and I think Kirk was like creating all of his. We're like, whoa, that's
my
too much
screen
work. You
froze.
don't have to do that. Just go. So pretty much almost all the posts, other than the ones of yourself, just take off some of our pages. So it's and that's the whole design. That's part of
Okay.
the way we support you guys and the way our mentorship has supported us. Yeah. I would just caution if there's someone on here that you have a lot of mutual friends with, probably don't use their post, right? So David and I and some of our other coaches have a lot of the same mutual friends. So we try not to share the same transformations because that doesn't look authentic.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Well, anyone else have questions? That's a great question.
Don't be shy. I'm going to call on one of you. Go
ahead,
ahead, Debbie.
My challenge is more getting people to, I guess, respond and even reach out as to what I've done or be interested in the program. I started running some of my numbers and stuff, and it seemed like once I can get them to, even talk about, after they completed health assessment and even talk about it, I have a pretty good chance of really reeling them in. It's just getting them to that point of even reaching out and say, hey, what are you doing? What have you done? How can you help me? Anything, any inkling. And that's been like my biggest challenge with getting to grow. I've been a lot more diligent with, starting conversations and, doing the 3x3x3. I actually even add more than the 3 for friend requests because I've really had to work hard to build up my sphere. But that's my biggest challenge with trying to grow this business, is trying to get people to reach out and even ask about what I've done.
Okay. Who feels like they want to speak to that? Go ahead, Marcus.
Do you have, Debbie, do you have like a top 100 list of people that are on your heart that could really use the program?
Yes, I've created that list.
Have you tried to reach out strategically and just be friends with those people, comment on their post and make sure they're a part of your algorithm pool?
Most of them, because what I do is I have like my top 30, that I'm diligent with my map every month. So I've got some of those people are on my top 30 that I work with and that I've either tried to have some conversations, already about weight. And maybe that's what I need to do too, is be a little bit more diligent with finding those people, making sure I'm either friends with them or getting to be friends with them on Facebook.
Yeah, and even develop relationship, keep them in their friend zone, in your friend zone, and just authentically, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care.
Right.
And we know that people that are obese or morbidly obese are miserable, even if they've got a smile on their face. And sometimes they got their walls up and, because they're trying to protect their heart. And once you develop the trust with them, surely they're going to say, I need help, because they need help. And so just the personal touch out, that's what I would say, be very transformational and relational, and be careful about not being too transactional, perhaps. That's kind of what I was feeling. Gloria, did you want to add anything to that?
Well, I just think that your story has progressed. Even you showing those pictures of your beautiful daughter's wedding. I just thought those pictures were so beautiful. And I think the more you have shown your personal journey, I feel like people really respond to that, because it's such an amazing transformational story. So I would encourage you, maybe go a little deeper with that. Maybe keep sharing some of those pictures from that wedding. That was really that was something, because you're doing such a great job with that, Debbie, because I know at first that was difficult for you.
Very
You
difficult,
weren't
yeah.
used to sharing in that way. So you need to give yourself credit for how far you really have come. You really have grown, and what you're posting, it really looks nice. So I would just know that more are coming in the new year. All of those seeds you've been sowing, they are going to produce. They really are. So conversations, letting people know that you care, just getting involved in people's lives without it even being connected to health coaching. That would be what I would encourage you to do. Go ahead, Tracy.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask Debbie, are you posting also some of your own stories or some of your own transformation in the stories? Into stories? So because you can see in stories who actually looks at those pages, at each story. Are you doing that?
I probably need to work on that more. I have watched some people with either some transformational stories, and I do try and make an effort to reach out to those who have, because I'll get anywhere from 40 to 60 people look at those stories. So I've taken screenshots of some of those, and what I've noticed is a lot of them are the same people over and over, and some of those people have kind of talked about a little bit of health, so I know they're watching. So I will periodically reach out to them and just say, hey, thanks, I noticed you're watching my story or liking my post. I appreciate it. And that's,
Yeah.
I leave it at that.
I was going to say the one thing that I do is when I do stories, because I do take a break from stories. And the reason why I do that is because when I go back and start doing stories again, I suddenly have, so many more people looking. It's almost like as if, oh, Tracy's back. Let's see what she's up to. Right. So taking a break from the stories has helped me. And then the other thing that I've done is when I do the stories, there's usually more than 3, 4, there's 5 or 6 pages, 5 or 6 stories, right? And I check to see who is looking at every single one of them, not just the first one or the second one, but all the way through. And those are the people that I will then reach out to and say, thank you for watching my stories. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And every single time, they respond back. And that's when I start a conversation. So at least that way, who is actually looking, because a lot of the times, you get most of the views on your first story, right? And that could be 60. And then suddenly the next one is 30, and then the next one is 20, and it kind of dwindles down. But those ones that take the time to look at every single one of them, that's important. I think that's a flag to look at.
So define, when you say take a break, what do you mean a break? 1 or 2 days, a week?
No, I might do a break for 2-3 weeks, and then suddenly I'll go back and I'll because I kind of this is the way I am. I kind of brainstorm, like, what do I want to do for the next 2 weeks or for the next 10 days or just 1 week? And then I'll just get a plethora of people that suddenly show up again. And that's me. That's what's worked for me. But, again, just figuring out who to contact. I do a lot of that through the stories.
Okay,
Good, Tracy.
Anyway, just wanted to share that.
thank you.
I think we have time for one more question. Ruby, did you have a question? I know you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love your lights, Glory. Just a quick question, because and I don't know what do I have to do to just I feel like I'm posting well, but I feel like I'm missing sometimes some information, because I signed up a client on the 17th, which I would have held onto had I realized the dash started on the 20th. And I felt like, okay, where did I miss that? Or was it one of those kind of suddenly they just started doing it, or was it something that we knew what was coming? I don't know how I missed that, I guess. Is there any advice you can give me? I don't understand how I'm missing. I feel like sometimes I miss,
You're talking about you missed
information.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't miss it. It starts on the 20th. So you didn't miss it.
Did everybody find out on the 20th that it started on the 20th, or was it, is that what happened? Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I
no,
just wanna
you
be
didn't
sure I
miss
didn't-
anything. Yeah, and I will tell you,
Okay.
Dallas and I, we tell ourselves we're notorious for timing things off. They'll, we'll get a bunch of work done and then all of a sudden they announce an incentive, and we did all our work before the incentive got announced. I mean, sometimes you just can't control that, but yeah, if you're in on
No,
Giles,
it's true.
you're in on Giles. And I know between us leaders here, we're always trying to put in Team Trosper, and I know Heather does on her thing as well. When the information comes in, we're trying to let you guys know the minute it happens. So
Okay.
you're going to have a couple of
good.
different checkpoints where you're going to get information.
Well, I only missed one. I'm not missing any more. So that.
Yeah. I know.
Cool. Thank you.
Good for you to get a client on the 17th. Congratulations.
Okay.
Honestly.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Exactly. Marcos, did you have something? I saw you kind of raised your hand. No? Okay. We're gonna, is there anyone else has anything quick? All right, I just want to end this, guys, with just encouraging you. Don't get discouraged. Shake off any disappointment. That was one of the things I got from Heather today when I watched it again. She said, in fact, I wrote it down. It was show up. Let me write it. Let me see it. All right, get up, shake off the disappointment, show up every single day, level up, meaning lead yourself first, and then follow up, guys. That is going to be our keys of going through here till 4 of them through January. Okay, guys, the seeds you planted, they are in the ground. They're doing work. Don't be discouraged, but don't take your foot off the pedal completely. Enjoy your family, but it's not time to totally, back off completely away. And there's a balance there. It's a dance that we do. But I'm so excited for each and every one of you, and you guys. We will meet again in 2 weeks, and I'll, 2 Mondays from now, and we'll meet again. And like Mark said, keep posting those trackers, even if you didn't get it in there. It doesn't matter if there's zeros across there. If that's your reality, post it. There's no shame in this game. It's just for us to know, okay, here's where I can level up a little bit. All right, guys, love you all. Merry, Merry Christmas. And we will talk with you soon. Okay, bye-bye.